All right, well, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So, am I all alone in this room now? I think I am. This is the first time I've ever broadcast live. I'm just kind of looking around. Let's see. See my gun safe over there and my loading bench over there. So, do I just wait until people join, I guess? Come on in, people. Come one, come all. Hello? I think I'm alone now. There doesn't really seem to be anyone here. Hmm. Well, I'm going to give it about 10 minutes because I enjoy looking at myself. Yeah, it's that uncomfortable stare. Oh, yeah, I'm talking to you. I see you looking at me, shaking your tail feathers, trying to act like you're not coy. Oh, I see you. I always see you. You know, what I wonder is how do people get notified that you're even broadcasting live? Whoever jumps on here first, tell me what's happening because I have no idea what I'm doing. Walk me through it. Help me out. There's a good chance you're going to hear dogs barking and gunfire because nobody in the house knows that I'm doing this. It's kind of a secret, dirty little thing I do in the basement. So actually, is this a Google Hangout? Is that what this is? Is a live feed or a live stream? Is it different than a Google Hangout? Am I actually asking questions to nobody? Am I just talking to myself? Let me try different voices. Yeah, you're doing this LMS Tactical. Pretty goddamn cool. It's all about the gunpowder, the killing, the killing. That's where it's at. Man ain't really lived till he's taken the life of another man, looked into his eyes, and squeezed the life out of him. Memories of a serial killer. Speaking of serial killing, man, I could go for a bowl of Tony Tiger Captain Crunch. Oh yeah. All right, I'll try a different voice. I'm kind of bored with the serial killer voice. My God, am I all alone, really? There's nobody here. I should have thought that the room would be full and jam-packed with people wanting to talk to me. I thought I was something special. I thought I was a celebrity. Well, guess I thought wrong. I'm all alone now, love. I'm all alone. What will I do? What will become of me? What will become of the boys of Piccadilly? Where will they go? Where will the boys go? Kind of like the serial killer voice better. She goddamn, it's a goddamn technical masterpiece is what it is. Got all them doohickeys and doodads all over the place, man. I could press buttons and block that one and increase the audio on it. I'm like a goddamn NASA pilot is what I am. Hell yeah. I bet you if I could run a live feed, I could fly the goddamn space shuttle, but Obama done shut that down, didn't he? Okay, if anybody's listening, fucking pop a flare or something, man. Smoke, anything. Hello? Hello. Hmm. Well, maybe I'll have to play some music then, just to entertain myself. All right, let me see if I can get some tunes going here. Hang on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Now, for those of you that don't know, that's my son's band. It's my son singing. Here we go. You gotta be away about you. Not away with the words, it's more away with instinct. Yeah, not sure if you know you're something special. You've got a lot to work with. So let me take it from here, take it from here. Oh, give me just a little bit of something like you make me fun. I can start to make my day. Actually, I made a mistake on this song. That's one of my twin sons is playing drums in this song. So the other question I have is: Are these videos recorded? I mean, you know, like when you do a live feed. You get the feeling they are. That's my other twin son on the guitar, lead. Let me let the dog in. That I'm not too sure it's on. I'm all about taking care of business. You should know that by now. You're not alone. This fucking option. Get up the truth. Is it trying to on a life? So here's some honesty for the bedroom. It's not the very same. Like you are not doing your really my day. Not a little confused on me when I hear my emotions for a day with you. Not a little amused on me when you refuse to take your walk on the right side. It's not the first time I've got a feeling like you are not doing your really my day. But unlike the last time, I'm getting into Hey, greetings, greetings. Who's there? You're my very first customer in my entire life. So I have no idea how you're going to identify yourself because I don't see anything. I just see that you're not here anymore. Oh, wow, what happened? Come on. Greetings, greetings. Step forward and identify. Go ahead and place your weapon on the ground there in front of you. There you go. That's perfect. Okay, slowly go ahead and approach. You're doing good. You're doing good. All right, so how's this work now? Do you like press a button and pop up on the screen? Don't disappear, man. Work with me. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get through this together. Look how red my face is, man. Holy shit, my blood pressure's high. I'm going in, man. I'm going in. Flight comm. Hello. Hello. Oh, stranger, I see you. I see you're here, but I don't recognize you. I must have human interaction. Hello. Don't be shy. Press that button. Come on. There you go. Just do it. Just do it. Just get it over with. It won't hurt. Jesus, I would have thought I had 10,000 people in here by now. Fuck, I am nowhere near as much of a celebrity as I thought I was. I thought I was world. I thought people would be lining up and fist fighting for tickets. God damn it. You don't know what a shock it is to discover that I'm just a nobody. Fuck. What am I going to do with my life now? I went live on YouTube, and one person came in to watch, but wouldn't show themselves. God damn it. It's not right. It's not right, and it's not fair. I have to keep talking because I'm bored. So let's talk to my own picture. You there. Yeah, you with the red face. What the hell's your problem? You talking to me? All right, so listen, I'm going to assume that you are not a normal viewer of the LMS channel. You just disappeared on me. That is rude. Right in the middle of my sentence. Wow. Okay, so is that the same person popping in and popping out? Are you having technical problems? Raise your hand if you're having. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, all that breathing you hear, that's a dog. Molly, stop breathing so loud. There's Molly. Oh, but you thought I only had Charlie. Well, if you guys would just get in here, I could tell you the whole story about where I've been for the last 3 weeks or more. Assuming you guys missed me. I mean, I haven't made a YouTube video in a long time. Word on the street is people are pissed and they were going to protest. There were big protests planned all over Europe. Oh yeah, man, the world was falling apart because I kind of disappeared. Look, man, I didn't mean to do that, but you know, something came up. Can you just pop your little camera on for 5 fucking seconds so I can see who you are? I don't mean to cuss, but I mean, you could be like an old lady. You could be a nun. All I know is I got one viewer. That viewer could be the Pope for all I know. And I just dropped the F-bomb. Nice going. Quickest way to send yourself to hell is to drop the F-bomb when you're talking to the Pope. Damn it. Oh. All right, if you are the Pope, I'm sorry. What's the Pope doing surfing the internet? Turn the shit off and get back into the whatever the popery thing you guys do. Just go do the Pope stuff. I get the one fucking Pope on the channel. Unbelievable. It's not right. It's not right at all. It's wrong, I say. It's bloody wrong. There's got to be a way. How do I let fucking people even know that I'm on here? You know what I'm saying? Oh, invite people. You got to be jacking me. I didn't know this. Yeah. I'm going to do it right now. Oh, this is fun. All right. Okay, man, the people are going to be swarming in here. I hope they don't break all my shit, man. There's going to be so many people packed into this place. Man, we aren't even going to have a... Literally, it's going to be standing room only. Okay, just wait. They'll be here in a second. Hang on, here they come. I can hear them coming. I can feel the ground shaking right now. That's how many of them are coming. They're going to destroy my house. This isn't my house. This is my basement. Will you calm down? Jeez. Poor guy. He lives in a one-room flat with a gun safe. He's a mental case. That one. So, how's the family? Oh, hi, Molly. Hi, Molly. Hi, Molly dog. All right, hang on. They'll be here in a second. Just chill out. Molly, look, I got a whole audience here of one person. I can't scratch you right now. Oh, hey, Charlie. Charlie's sleeping. All right, come on now. Maybe the doors are locked and they can't get in. Hi, Molly dog. I just think if you were to press broadcast, I could actually see you. We could form some sort of a friendly bond. You know, call each other on the holidays, that kind of thing. That guy just left. Let me see this invite thing again. How's that work? How does that work? I don't know. Is that you again? Are you like popping in and out, or are you a different person? There's no way I can tell. Everybody send a notification. Oh, okay. I see how it works. I'm a slow learner, but I eventually get there. You know what I'm saying? All right. Come on, man. What's this? Leave call? No. How do the viewers, like, don't you guys show up? Whoever you are, can you, like, just turn your camera on for 1 second so I can at least see how it works? Help a brother out for the love of everything sacred and holy. You know, I'm trying to stay modern with the technical shit, and I don't get any help. Come on. It's okay, I won't bite. Hey, I got 2 viewers. Now look, 2 viewers. That means one of you has got to be able to just hit the camera so I can see how this goddamn thing works. All right, I've been talking to myself for half an hour. Not that I mind talking to myself. I actually kind of enjoy it. Hello. You're looking a bit red-faced, I noticed. All right, so I'm waiting for somebody to pop on the goddamn screen. This is my first live stream, and I'm counting on you, anyone, to help me test it out, you know? Jump on. Shout out. What? One of them I scared him away. I was too violent. I was too mean. They all left. They all left me. They all left me. Hey, Molly. Okay. Look at the crowds. Man, they're swarming in. You're going to have to move over and let everybody else in, man. The place is just packed. My God. So many people. Hey, I know that guy over there in the back row. All right, so are you going to pop up on the video feed, or how does this work, man? Help me. I don't know if you're the same guy who's been popping in and out, or are you like, is this your first time popping in? I hate saying that. But clearly this is my first Google Hangout, and I would love a little assistance, like, you know, show me how it works. Like, pop onto the screen or something so I know who you are. All right, this is my first time doing it. All I see is this thing here that says one viewer. Okay, I don't answer that phone. It sounded like it said it was a call from the circus. Fuckers. Okay, so, hi. How you doing? Welcome to live discussion with LMS Tactical. This is going to be exciting. We're going to blow shit up. It's going to be something else. You'll tell your children and their children about it. Not to be missed. Come one, come all. See the man with the red face. Talking to a room packed with one viewer. Hello? Hello? I don't see the crowds I expected. I feel so rejected. I'm just looking at all the different icons here, you know, I mean. Are you, like, able to talk? Are you able to speak to me? No, but, like, I really don't know how it works. So, like, can you say something? How about that? Is that asking too much? Just pop on and say, hey, man, you suck. You only got one viewer. Just whatever. I'm looking at your name like it's, or the little view count, like it's like I'm talking to you. Hello? Excuse me, sir. You in the 5th row? My dog's got her foot a centimeter away from the button that would shut off my computer, and man, I just can't imagine letting a full packed house of one down. You know what that would do to my reputation? Hello? Sir? Excuse me, good sir, would you mind popping on the goddamn camera? Hello? Alright, well, what should I do? Should I just, like, pick a subject? Should I pick my nose, or should I play mute? What the hell, man? I cannot believe... Okay, I'm gonna get mad. Alright, you got 5 seconds to turn the goddamn camera on, and 4 of them are already gone. That's what my drill sergeant used to say. Alright, what other icons do I have? Okay... Wow. And first of all, how did you even find this channel? So you gotta let me know. Like, how do people find this channel? Help me. Help me, I say. Help me. Help me, I say. Alright, I'm gonna go to my, I'm gonna go to Twitter where I have like, I don't know, man, 11,000 people following me, and I'm gonna invite them. Somebody will come. Somebody has to love me. Want, need someone to love me. somebody, anyone, can't you find someone, somebody to love? Alright. Ooh, I'm on. Okay, here we go. Hang on, let me tweet this out. Okay. My first, wait, I'll use the number. First live feed. Come on over and help me test it. Alright, that's, somebody's got to do it. Bam. Tweeted that out. Okay. Alright. The room's going to get very packed right now, man. You better pick your fucking seat because the mobs are coming. Look at that. Somebody else just came in. Hey, welcome. The crowd is going to pick up, man. I just dropped a smoke bomb on Twitter. So you guys may not think I'm popular on YouTube, but you just wait and see how many celebrities show up. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be silly string flying all over the place. It's going to be out of control, all right, is what I'm trying to say. It's going to be nuts. Get your seats, you guys. You're going to get trampled when those doors open. Any second now. They're probably parking. That's, you know, how was the parking lot when you guys pulled up? Was it full? How is it that I can have 2 viewers and not one will pop up on the videos? I mean, is that, do I need to do something? Do I have to press a button to let you in? Let's see, camera. Cameraman, what the hell's that? Can you guys see my, I don't think you guys can see my options. As a guest joins, hide their audio from my broadcast. No. Oh. Oh, this is good, man. I got a little cameraman thing going. Alright, so now I can see you. Yeah. You, guest number 2, you just had a salad for lunch. You got a little something in there. A little lettuce. Hi, Molly Dog. Alright, this would be so cool if it, like, really worked, but since I'm not seeing anybody, it's hurting my feelings a little bit. Hey, here's a question. Don't leave for a second. Why would you join and not show yourself? I mean, is it because I'm talking like an insane person? Well, what am I supposed to do? Nobody's here. Give me a hug. Come on. There you go. Now, come on. Turn on the camera. Turn it on. It's okay. It's all right. Just do it. It'll be fun. We'll be talking, man, like in the computer and shit. It's awesome. I mean, for an old guy like me, it's freaky to see that we can do this. God, my dog's nose is right on the button to turn off the power, but I can't move her because she's old. Guys, girls, whoever. Oh, I just lost somebody. Fuck. Don't you leave me. It's just you and me, man. This is your show. It's your show. What do you want? You want me to juggle? Don't leave. Okay, I'll tell you a story. Back in 1966, I was just a little lad, and my mother kicked me out of the house in the middle of the night. And after I got picked up by the cops a couple of hours later, walking around in my pajamas, that's what made me decide to be a police officer. It was that was one of the main experiences. Now, if that doesn't make you sad, if that doesn't make you want to turn on the camera, I mean, nothing will. Just go ahead and grab a seat. There's one over there in the back row, I think. Did you, if you're a regular viewer of mine, did you notice I posted a video today for the first time in weeks, and it was about Movado watches? It's because I was having trouble with like 3 Movado watches. So that's like the only video I've posted in a while. It's what I was going to do was actually head out to where I normally walk the dogs, and I was going to make another video today. But I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to give this live feed a chance and see what goes on. Hey, welcome, new guys. Just go ahead and grab a seat. I think I got an empty one. Way up in the back, there's a couple of empty seats, I think. Oh, never mind. They're going to the bathroom. You'll have to stand up. I'm sorry for the packed house. I just didn't anticipate this big of a crowd, or I would have rented out a bigger venue. So you guys that just got here, are you guys from the? Are you responding from the Twitter thing? Hello? It's freaky, man. This is my first time doing this, and I have no idea if you guys can even hear me. I think you got. Listen, I think you can actually. I'm just guessing. I think you can broadcast without showing your video, so you can just get on there and say, "Yeah, we've been listening to you ramble on, and quite frankly, we think you need medication." It's fine. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. I just want to see how this thing works. I was hoping we could talk a little bit about content. My dreams and my aspirations were huge. I know that. I understand. I over-expected. Oh, hi. Greetings. Greetings. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. And there's coffee and some pastries in the back over there. Yeah, so where was I at? Oh, yeah. So basically rambling along because I'm not sure. I believe this is a two-way thing. So if there's a way to hit a button so I can hear or see you, that would be so cool. I mean, it would literally change my life. Right, Molly? Yeah. So go ahead. One of you. Now there's 4 people in this room. One of you has got to have the courage. One of you has to have the inner strength to hit that button and turn on that damn camera so I can see what a viewer looks like from this live feed perspective. Just go ahead and do it. It's like jumping out of an airplane for the first time, man. It's a little scary, but you've already made the commitment, so you just go. 2 people just left me, just like that. They must be afraid of airplanes. So, yeah, that's sort of where I'm at with this whole thing. The technology that is available for us to communicate is insane. This is exactly the kind of thing right here, what we're doing right now. If you think about it, this is exactly what is changing the world, whether it's for the bad, or the worst, or the best. It's completely changing life as we know it. I mean, you look at what was typically recalled or referred to as the Arab Spring. All of that came about by way of Facebook, Twitter, and shit like this. I mean, just think about it. It's completely changing the human species. I know that sounds heavy, but that's not an exaggeration. When you think about instant communication, if this shit was going on when Hitler was doing his thing, he wouldn't have done his thing. He wouldn't have been able to. Too much instant communication. Let's just assume that something politically was happening right here. Like, let's pretend like we have a really fucked up president. Oh, we don't have to pretend. That's right. Okay, so let's assume that one of you viewers is from, I don't know, man. Let's say you're from, all right, so you're from the West Coast, let's say, and I'm out here on the East Coast. And all of a sudden they begin this major gun confiscation thing in my city because there's a mass shooting or something like that. With the instant communication, whether it's through this medium or through email or whatever, it has the potential to change the entire outcome of a historical event. I mean, that's not an exaggeration when you think about it. If I was, let's say there's 50 or 60 people on the East Coast and they're broadcasting live, and they're talking about this gun confiscation that's going down in, bumfuck Idaho or wherever. And the other people that are spread across the country get wind of this, even if there's a news blackout. I mean, the media doesn't report shit that's not pro-Obama, right? Or pro-Bush for that matter. I mean, whatever. You can't trust them. But what you can trust is what you see. And, I could just as easily be out there with my handy-dandy iPhone. Oh, look, that's Charlie on my iPhone. And there's Charlie laying right next to me. Oh, and here's Charlie on my arm. I guess it's no secret that I love Charlie. But yeah, I could actually be broadcasting this thing live on my iPhone, and I could be out showing doors getting kicked in, by the stormtroopers. That's just crazy, man. What do you guys think? You, with your hand up, go ahead. No, you got to press the button first so that you can, like, say something. That was pretty cool, though, how I slid right into a monologue. I like the way I did that. It was like a really cool segue. You guys want me to do it again? You got to tell me what subject you guys want to talk about. I'm sort of like the old man on the mountain. Okay, you've spent like 3 days crawling up to get to the altitude. You're wearing your oxygen. I don't have to because I'm the old guy that lives here. And I got all the answers. And if I don't have them, I'll just make them up and they'll be cool. So you guys can ask any question you want. Is there a chat? Is there a chat option here? Guys, what options do you have on your end? See if there's a chat thing and then chat on there. So just tell me, shut up, you're driving us insane. What is this? This is draw on each other inside a Hangout? Holy shit, I'm going to get that app. Okay, let's see. So how does it work? It's like they have little toys and shit. That's pretty awesome. Oh, that was weird. Yeah. Oh shit, I did draw. What the hell's that? I drew on myself. How do I get it off? Oh my god, I don't even know if you guys can see that, but there's like a line on here. Watch this, watch. I'll make a mustache. This is crazy. Oh, I should have made a Hitler mustache. Okay. I am so happy to join Pedro's live broadcast on video feed. I'm going to talking about a lot of things today, but first I'm going to talk about the taquitos and the foods that you get to the Taco Bell. It's not the real Mexican food. I just want you to know that sometimes the peoples, they don't treat me too good. Oh, here's a little doggy right here. His name is Buddy. Come here, Buddy. Come here. Come up. Come on. Come on. There we go. I got the little Buddy right here. Hey, Buddy. He's my dog. His name is Buddy. He's a Mexican dog, too. Yes, you are. You don't realize it, but you're famous. The whole world, they see you. How come your tongue tastes like butthole? I don't like. Sometimes butthole not bad, but I don't like this one. This dog, his breath smell like his butthole. All right, so how do I get rid of my Mexican mustache? You guys got to teach me this shit. I'm learning all on my own while you guys just stare at me. Oh, hang on, hang on. I don't mind you stare. I love you. I love you all. Even my dog loves you. Okay, hold on. How do I get rid of it? Oh, I can delete it. Ah, you got to admit, that's pretty fun. All right, I'm going to do a Hitler mustache. Hang on a second. Okay, wait. Oh, man. Hitler's mustache wasn't that big. You butthole. Hang on a second. Wait. Hang on a second. Hang on. Okay, hold on. Hey, Walt is coming on. Was ist los? Was ist los? Nichts ist los. Ich bin Fallschirmjäger. Fallschirmjäger. Ah. Who have we there? Oh, I got to get rid of my Hitler mustache now that... Hang on, how do I get rid of it? Oh, there it is. Hey, what's up?
Can you see me? I had to jump through hoops to get this shit to work.
No, I see you, but it's weird, man. I mean, you're the first person to actually... I've had a few people come and go, but you're the first...
Okay, your comments are disabled, so you can't see what people are typing to you. There's like a whole crap load. And then you have to actually invite them because there is no broadcast button. And then you have to download this plugin, which is a real pain in the ass and doesn't want to download, so you have to go into your downloads, pull them out, pull up the app, and go through like 30 million things in order to get to talk to you. So that's why no one's replying to you. They're probably trying to figure out what the heck it is they're supposed to be doing.
Okay, now I really appreciate that. That is a lot of info, and it's really
no
good.
Problem.
But let me ask you something now. Now you say the comments are disabled, right?
You couldn't see. I've been typing to you. There's been 3 other people in there typing to you as well. Apparently you can't see the comments. I even typed to you on Twitter. You didn't see those either.
Yeah, because I have it minimized. I have the minimize. What do you see exactly? Do you see the whole?
I see you. I see everything, yeah. I see you. I hear you just fine. I have to have headphones because I don't have a microphone. So
Okay.
I have to use these.
What do you see now? Do you see this thing I've opened
I see you. I see me in the corner, and I see a real close-up of your nose or something there. I'm not sure what it is in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, I've got that same thing. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, I see that too.
All right. Well, it sucks because I really thought this seemed like a good tool to use, for a planned, to plan one out.
It is, but you'd have to type down instructions on how people can actually get to talk to you back.
So is this?
I just sat here and figured it out.
Oh wow, man! Well, now is this a Google Hangout or is this something?
Yes. No, it's a Google Hangout.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, as far as the YouTube one, I was trying on there, but there's absolutely nothing on YouTube that says broadcast or anything to allow people to actually broadcast to you. Wow. I can hear you, I could see you, but I couldn't reply to you.
Wow. Okay, well then clearly I need to do more research on this.
Okay.
But I really thank you for popping in here, and you really helped me out a lot.
No problem.
Well, don't leave.
Oh, and when you're on when you look in your subscriptions, it just has a red dot next to your name, and I just happened to be looking through to see if you made a video, and I seen the red dot. That's the only way I knew that you were live, and then I came over, but I couldn't get on.
Okay, I'm gonna really go through these instructions then. I thought it would be. They made it sound really easy, so that's a big help though. But thank you very, very much.
That's no problem. Unfortunately, I can't say I have to go to work because I work nights. But I've been here for like the last 45 minutes trying to communicate.
Oh my God! Well, I'm gonna shut it down then because I don't want anyone else to be stuck in that trap. But thank you so much, and I'll figure it out and I'll come back on again. But
Google Hangouts needs a special plugin, and if you don't happen to have that plugin, then you can't do anything. But when you click to download it, it says verifying install, and it never goes any further, and you're sitting there waiting. I did it like 4 times till finally it dawned on me to go look in my downloads, and there it was. It was just sitting there. So then I had to go into my downloads and then run it, and then give it permissions and all this other garbage, and then it let me broadcast to you.
Wow. Well, God, I know that was a hassle, but actually you ended up helping everybody because what I can do now is take everything you've told me and investigate it and then maybe do it right next time.
I don't think it's on your end. I just think it's whether the computer has a download on it or not.
Yeah, they should be more clear about that.
Yeah.
Like you press a couple buttons and everything works.
Yeah, and the only reason I think that I got your invite was because I think you already put me in your circle of friends. So I think that's the only reason why I got to see it.
Yeah, because there's like 32 friends and there's only like 2 followers, so I don't even know what all that means. So I'm kind of inept when it comes to this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, can you hear me? This is Walt.
Oh yeah, there's somebody else. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. See me? I'm waving my hand here in front of the screen.
Yeah, I see you.
Yep, I see you.
Yeah, the screen.
You're really close to the camera, though.
Real close, yeah.
Well, it's a handheld smartphone.
Oh, I see. Okay.
See there, I'm kind of at arm's reach right now. It's kind of like my glasses, trying to read.
I see you, Walt. Yeah, no, that's good. But she was just telling me what a hassle it is to get into this thing.
Yeah, I heard her talk about all the apps and permissions and things like that.
Yeah, I had no idea. I've kind of stayed away from this because I was intimidated by it, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to press a button and see where it leads me.
Okay, well, it's kind of like push the button, see what happens next.
Yeah. I figured because what might be cool is down the road to schedule, something like this, and then maybe
that would be awesome.
And then instead of me just rambling on a video, we could actually have a discussion. I mean, because everybody's comments on the videos are so cool and so provocative that I always wish we were sitting in one room and just discussing it.
That would be awesome.
I think that basically is what the idea of this whole system is to bring people together. I'm just using my smartphone. As you know, I've moved, and my tablet is somewhere in one of the 500 boxes.
I know that situation. Wow. Well, what would be a good day to do that? Should I do it on a weekend?
Yes.
Like a Saturday or something?
Yep, that would be perfect for me. I'm off on the weekend.
like maybe 6-ish, 6 p.m. maybe.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Walt, what do you think of that?
That's pretty good. It would be 3 p.m. my time. I'm out here in Californication.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, that's true. But actually, that might be good then because it's a Saturday, and that'll give me time to look into all these apps and maybe even put something out. I can put out a little YouTube video discussing what we found out here.
Yeah, something else. I was just reading my Google Plus, and I just happened to jump into it a minute or two after you pushed the invite. So maybe you ought to just announce a set time and kind of run it through Google a couple of days, or the people that follow you will read it and mark it on the calendar type thing.
Yeah, and give them time to also to install whatever they need to install. I guess because everybody's probably got. I'm sure Macs and PCs are a little different, and who knows.
Yeah, this smartphone is Android, so I can't run Flash or any of the Flash or Adobe apps. But this is working fine for me. I see you attached. I see your all day baby T-shirt on.
Yeah. No, I dressed up for the event.
Well, hey, you're a T-shirt up on me right now because I just came in from riding my bike around in 90-degree weather, and I'm sitting in the AC cooling off.
Where did you move from?
We moved from Sun City, called Menifee, which is just above Temecula and below Paris.
Oh, I know where Temecula is at.
Yeah, okay. About 20 miles north of Temecula. I was kind of northeast, and now I'm a little further east. I'm in Hemet, California.
Oh, I know where you're at. Yeah, I used to live in Cucamonga there, Rancho Cucamonga.
Do you know what Cucamonga actually means in the native Serrano language?
Listen, I always thought it was a Bugs Bunny thing until I lived there. Next stop, Cucamonga. What does it mean?
That actually goes back to a Jack Benny part of routine, and he would say, trains leaving for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga. That was the old red car line in Southern California. So that goes back. Yeah, and Jack Benny's line was Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga. Okay. I think he just liked to get a funny sounding word, but it actually means place that smells.
Wow. Wow. That must have had something to do with the slaughterhouses out in that area.
No, it was actually a part of Baldy and Big Bear.
Okay.
Back in the Jurassic days, slid down. There's a bench or a level up there, and some of the plants smell in there. Hang on. Hang on, my wife is yelling something at me. I'm walking.
Smell came from skunks.
Okay, here. Put this earbud in and describe to Mike. This is Airborne 80. This is Diane. She's going to describe to you the story.
Hi, Diane.
Hi. Yeah, it means stinky stuff because it meant there was a lot of skunks in the area.
Ah, okay.
So it had that permanent smell of a skunk. And when the Spanish came here, they asked what the name of it was, and that's what they told them, place of big stink.
Wow. I love that kind of history. That's so interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of history. I'm a history buff.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I used to live in Cucamonga there, and of course I moved out here to Virginia, and there's every step I take, I'm on a historical spot. I'm in heaven out here.
Yeah. My granddaughter lives in Philadelphia, so there's a lot there.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But, yeah, I'm a history buff from American history. Also, did you know that between what would be Fontana and Cucamonga, there was a city called Grapeland?
No. You mean there used to be a city, right?
Yeah, it used to be a small city. They were trying to raise grapes in there. And there's still bits of things that we found that were, they had an ice house there. Mm-hmm. And we found ice saws and things like that still over there.
Do you guys ever go out and look for that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, I do a lot of archaeological digs.
You know what? I'll tell you something. Before I moved out here, I used to go crazy because I was into metal detecting. But in California, California is sort of a newer state, when you compare to what's going on back here. And I would see on the internet guys finding Civil War stuff, and I got a whole table next to me full of bullets and cannonballs and things I found out here. But what I was going to get into, and now has subsequently become pretty popular, I see on TV, is meteorite hunting. And in California, I used to go up to the Sierras fishing, and on the way you go through the desert. There's some areas out there that I would love to just go swing a metal detector, because you can make some serious money off of these meteorites.
Yeah, especially the ones that have turned into glass gemstones when you cut them open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some great geological things out there. Up by the Sierras where I used to go, they have those what are they called? Those the rocks that you cut them. They're geodes.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them here.
Yeah, I miss that. There's a lot of the volcanic activity that was in that area.
Well, the ones I've got are amethyst.
Oh, nice.
So that's a lot of people don't understand. There's gemstones in them, people.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though. One of the things that happened was when I was metal detecting one day, I found a prehistoric arrowhead, and I've never metal detected again. And I don't know if you can see on the wall behind me. I've got framed arrowheads all over the place. I must have 300 to 400 arrowheads, and they're not even arrowheads. These were before the arrow. These are spear tips and such. But,
well, let me see. There's a place out towards Palm Springs, and for the life of me, I can't think of the name of it, but it's just covered in arrowheads.
And you guys out there have much better material, because you have the obsidian. You've got a lot of the glass material, the glass rocky type glass, volcanic, and the arrowheads out there, because I see them on the internet, are absolutely stunning.
I was on an archaeological dig up off of the, I think it's the 5 freeway. They were planning to build houses up there, and we were just walking along the road, and it was up in the Shumesh area, and people were riding motorcycles, everything, and tearing. We turned around and turned over a small stone, and we found, take a look at your pinky fingernail. We found an arrowhead, perfect white quartz arrowhead, that small, and it was in perfect condition.
And those guys are riding motorcycles around there. Yeah,
we don't know how old it was, but we did find a small village there, because I found a double fire pit where the husband was, whatever the guys would sit on would be hardening their wood on one side, and they were cooking on the other.
Wow.
And they were planning to build a bunch of houses in there, and we actually slowed them down for 15 years before they, were able to get around all that.
Oh, wow. Well, that little arrowhead you found, they call those, since I became sort of a armchair archaeologist as far as arrowheads go. I've got a ton of books on it. And I don't know if they were used for birds, but they call them bird points because they're so small. And I have like that. They're very, very small. It's amazing that they would make something that little.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. And so many people don't realize that so much around here in Southern California is that I worked with the San Bernardino County Museum.
Oh, interesting.
It was when Dr. Smith was out there. And I was downstairs one day. I was working on a place called Cocoa Weave, which is in the New York mountains. And there was a pit that was just straight up and down. And animals would fall in it.
Oh, yeah.
And they gave me level 23, which was 40,000 years ago. I spent the summer sorting the small little dinky bones. That's over 1 million bones. I swear.
And you guys categorized them, like what kind of animal they were?
First it was anatomical. We had to do it anatomically. This is a thigh bone, this is a toe bone, this is a rib bone, this is, type thing.
Yes.
Then we got down to identifying what animal they got to, and before the summer was finished, I got down to, I was trying to identify rabbit.
Oh.
And stuff like that, and then, of course, that specific class was over with because I spent 4 months there.
Wow.
And hey, I lucked out and got actually Dee Simpson. I worked with her a few times.
Wow.
And she was the one out there at Yermo.
Yeah.
I did that dig. Funny,
Yeah.
little short.
I would love to do that. I would love to. If I had my life to live over again, that's probably what I'd do.
Well, it's fun to do. Laying on your stomach, your back with a dental pick and a toothbrush, if you're lucky that. If not, it's generally blowing on it.
Yeah. But how awesome is that, though?
Well, did you ever visit a place out here called Rainbow Basin?
No, I never did. Where's that at?
Just outside of Barstow. It's up near Fort Irwin, what they call Fort.
Tell me backs up to Fort Irwin.
It's up in the backside, just in front of Fort Irwin.
Okay, I know where Fort Irwin's at.
Okay, well, there's a place, as you're going up that road, you hang a left, and it says Rainbow Basin, and you follow in about a mile, and you go in there, and then all of a sudden you see these, looks like you're on Mars, literally, because it's all, nothing's growing there, because there's so much salt content, and it looks like you're on Mars. Literally, it's because its rocks are red. And you go through there, but then every once in a while you'll notice a side of a thing is sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
What those are camel and horse bones that have actually turned to crystal.
Oh, wow. Camels.
Camels and horse.
Wow.
So
that's interesting you say that, because I'm sure you know this, but I have recently learned in my reading that horses were actually indigenous to North America.
Yeah, they were here.
They were reintroduced by the Spaniards and the people that traveled over here. But I grew up thinking that they came from Europe.
Nope, they came from here, and they were about the size of about an 80-pound dog.
That's exactly right. Yes. Can you imagine that? That's like Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's people don't understand. We are very small compared to the time clock.
Oh God. Well, in a way, that's what makes things, not to get too esoteric, but that's what makes life so interesting, because when you think of the possibilities, because you're right, according to the cosmic clock, we're only a few seconds old. I'm talking about mankind, and for good, bad, or indifferent, the things that we've done, and of course our technology increases exponentially, because once you have a hammer and then you can create a wrench and all that other stuff, it just starts to turn over on itself. We are doing a lot in a very short period of time, including possibly wiping ourselves out.
Yeah, we are. We are on the verge of possibly blowing ourselves to hell.
Yeah, but what I always thought was strange was, humanoids, or like, if I'm talking about like, Cro-Magnon man and Neanderthal, they remained pretty stationary for a very long time by our standards. In other words, they had a long period of time where they did not advance, and when you look at where we started to really advance, it was just such a short period of time. I always wonder what made that shift. What shifted in humans to where they went from horse and buggy, or just horse and no buggy, to the space shuttle in just a flash?
That's a big question. They're actually questioning that. And there's a lot of theories of why.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are really way out there.
Well, alien assistance and other that kind of thing.
But it's intriguing.
It is.
Like, for instance, if you ever get out here again, San Bernardino County Museum's got a set of, well, it's a casting, it's not the original, because they left the original in the ground because it was on a large stone. But they did a casting of it, of a three-toed running dinosaur, which they figured was about 15, 20 feet tall.
Wow.
And they don't tell anybody where it is. Well, I know where it's at, but I don't tell anybody, because somebody's going to get out there and chisel it out or something.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But I had a teacher that I was taking archaeology from, and there is a place out in the desert almost to Colorado that they've actually got a fence around it now.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the Nazca lines out here.
Wow.
And they put fences around it. And he was up on a hill, and because he was doing other exploring. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, somebody in a big old pickup truck turned around there and started bashing the fence in to get in there to rip it up. And he got out there with a camera, which he got pictures of the guys in the truck. They got pictures of the license plate, the whole 9 yards. And they went and got him, and they made him go out there and completely pay for all the fence and put it in the heat of the summer.
What was wrong? What's wrong with these people? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
I don't understand why somebody would do that on purpose.
I have not figured that out. What makes people do anything like this?
I know. It's like on the one hand, I'm always amazed at because the strange. My father and I talk about this. I mean, the strange differences in humanity. You can have a guy at the Philharmonic who's composing or directing a song that is, the symphony's playing and the vibrating sounds tug at your heartstrings and bring you to tears because of the music. And the same species 2 miles away could be molesting his kid or killing a cat. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, humans are so diverse. They're so good on the one hand and so terrible on the other. It's frustrating.
Have you ever, when you look at history, look at both sides. For instance, somebody said like the Sandy Hook, the massacre.
Yeah.
Greatest amount of kids ever killed.
Mm-hmm.
No, go back to a school, 206 children and women were shot and killed, but they were Native Americans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, of that, here's something. Did you know it was legal to kill an Indian up until 1920?
Wow, no, I had no idea, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, they were second-class citizens.
Wow.
They were lower than an animal. So, yeah, that's why a lot of the California Indians out here didn't survive because basically they were pictured.
I did not know that it was legal to kill them, but I did know that they were really crapped upon out in California and just almost there. I mean, there were tribes that were completely wiped out.
Yeah, well, for instance, the missions out here.
Yep.
And the Indians are fighting us today. They're trying to make sainthood of Father Sierra. Well, the Indians want nothing to do with him. They were in slave labor.
Yeah.
If the guy took off, he was hamstrung, one leg.
Wow.
And if he did it again, they'd hamstring him on the second one. So basically, he was crawling. And they did things like this. They tortured him.
Yeah.
So in other words, you were stuck at the mission, or if you got loose, too bad. They'd catch you.
Wow.
So it's there's a lot of stuff. If you really want to know a lot about Indians, especially the Plains culture, there's a guy by the name of Thomas E. Males, like Mails.
Uh-huh.
He wrote some of the best books on the culture that you ever want to read.
Thomas
E. Males. His most famous book, which really got him noticed, was Mystic Warriors of the Plains. And here's the rub. All the pictures that are in the book, he drew himself, and it was a Lutheran preacher, and there is no Christianity put into this book at all. It's straight.
Oh, you're saying that he was a preacher?
He was a Lutheran preacher.
Wow.
And he didn't put any Christianity in it. It was straight Native American stuff.
Wow, so it's like 100% legitimate then. I mean, he's not, because American history, when it comes to the Indians, was written by white people, and it's kind of screwed up in many areas.
Okay, Ambrose Utley and Smith are your best people to write on books on Native Americans.
Which Smith?
Alan Smith is his full name.
Give them all three to me again.
Okay, Rex Alan Smith, and Utley, Utley, and Ambrose. Stephen Ambrose.
Okay, got it.
They're the most history. They are the most accurate. I happen to know Smith myself personally, and I've seen his research. I've been to his house, and he even went through the weather report, to make sure that even the weather, so they knew exactly what was there.
Oh, wow. Oh, you mean he tracks back to what the weather was like?
Even to the weather, yeah.
Wow. Very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's too bad we've lost him. He's been dead now about 5 years, but have
you ever heard of the, I think it's Bob is the first name, but the last name is Overstreet. He puts out a very thick, it's like a phone book every few years on Indian points, arrowheads and spear tips and knives.
Okay.
Like $100 and something bucks, but it covers every single section of the United States and Canada, I believe.
Yeah, there is a lot of things like that. I have a skull here that Walt doesn't like to see it. I call it Junior. It's from the black duck culture, which is out of Arizona. They found there were 6 of them, and the one I got was the one that had the spear pushed through his head. They actually found the spear point still in his head, and I've got the skull.
Is it a real human skull or?
Yeah, real human skull.
That is crazy awesome, though. Wow.
I keep it hidden.
Yeah, I would too.
Well, I did put a set of real eyeballs in it, for people that were blind, the fake eyeglass eyeballs.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, but I took them back out, but I used it for the Ren Fair, for the sewing contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, walked around with that on it, on a stick.
Oh, man. That's crazy. No, I'm so interested in artifacts and things like that. The one thing I've not been able to find, and they're hard to find nowadays. I mean, arrowheads, I can find an arrowhead almost every day. But like a hammer or an axe, a stone axe, man, they're very hard to find. I have not found one. That's one thing I don't have.
Well, they're not that hard to make. Have you ever got a book on flint knapping?
I do have books on that, yes.
Have you tried?
They have a lot of they actually that people are becoming so good at it. It's really put a blemish on the archaeological field of arrowheads because there's so many fakes and people are making them so realistically. So it really takes an expert to look at the patina and to be able to really tell, and they need to know exactly where it came from. And
it takes. I mean, there's certain things that you can see that other than that. I've got a friend of mine that has made a shirt. It's a Texas white shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He made me basically it's a knife, but it's a real broad one. It would be what we would call a double-edged today.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it sitting here. I'm still waiting to make a knife out of it, but Walt and I both make steel knives, but we use antler horns, and then I turn around and make the sheaths out of it, in buckskins, and beads and stuff.
Yes.
So it's a whole different thing. You've probably seen the pictures. There's a mountain man standing there with his hands over the rifle, and he's wearing a black fur hat. And if you look real close, he's wearing a pair of grizzly claws around his neck. It's pretty popular because a lot of people put them on. On the shirt because it's so realistic.
We're talking Indian stuff and artifacts. So we've been drifting through
I've been listening.
conversation. What's
Yeah,
that?
I've been on. I'm sorry, we got a delay. I've been on for, I don't know, 40 minutes, however long, trying to figure out this whole video thing.
Well, did
So-
you hear the first lady that she left? But did you hear her when she came on and was talking about how difficult it was? I had no idea.
Yeah, I just finished with all the plugins and everything, and
Oh wow.
you have to allow this and allow that, allow it now, yes.
It's weird
Oh, I'm
because
on.
you know when you set it up to broadcast like I did, it literally took like 3 clicks. I mean, it was like, hey, do a video feed, and so I didn't have any plans on doing it, but I clicked a few buttons, and the next thing it said go live, and I clicked go live. So,
And you're
yeah. No, just to get back to the mountain man real quick, is that guy? Does he have a rifle over his shoulder?
no, he's got it on. He's standing there with his hands over the muzzle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of something different.
Fired off, he lose a finger.
Yeah. Well, if it fired, he'd lose his hand. But that he's standing there posing,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen it on T-shirts right and left. Somebody says, "Well, why do you choose that one?" Well, it's the most realistic. I made everything on that man except his gun,
Wow.
and his name is Wayne Bruce. So
Well, if it would have been Bruce Wayne, he would have been Batman.
right, but it's Wayne Bruce is his real name. But that is Capote, his leathers. I do stuff like that as a hobby. I do historical costumes. I work for the Ren Fair, the one that Phyllis Patterson had, the original starting of all that. I do SAS, anything 1900 down. I do it historically accurate.
Man, I'm surprised you're not into the reenacting stuff.
We are.
Are you?
Yeah,
Nice.
we do a lot of that. We enjoy it.
Yeah, I have a friend that's heavy into that out here. I mean, there's so much war history out here.
Yeah, I do Civil War. I do, like I said, name it, all the way back to Revolution.
Wow.
I'll tell you something. Walt here, I don't know how many greats you want to put on it. Grandfather was in the Civil War, not Civil War, but the Revolutionary War, and was the 9th governor of Vermont,
Oh wow.
and signed a portion of the Declaration of Independence, too. Constitution, excuse me.
Outstanding. Wow.
So,
Yeah. No, I think I've mentioned this on some of my videos about race. My family had nothing to do with it, but because I'm such a white-looking dude, I've been paying for it my whole life. I said, hey, we didn't get here till like the 30s, man. Leave me alone. Give me my bike back.
Yeah.
Know, when you're as pink as me, you might as well be a Klan's like a leader or something.
I
hey,
feel you, man.
yeah. Or be a hard-headed Norwegian.
Yeah, right. Well, and sir, the guy that just came out. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris, what's your handle on YouTube?
It's Boro Monkey.
I see it now. It just popped up right when you said it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I recognize the name.
Hey.
Yeah, I've messaged it a few times, or at least I leave, comments now and then.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it too. I've been off of I haven't made a video in a while, and somebody came on Twitter and asked me, hey, what's going on? And I just felt like I was getting a little redundant, I mean, I'm so overwhelmed with so much negativity, that it's like I'd be saying the same thing. Obama sucks. The country's gonna implode. So I was running out of ideas.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mike.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I've never planned one out. I've almost 100% of them. I just turn on the phone when I'm walking, and it's whatever comes out. Well,
Yeah, I can't maintain a stream of thought. I end up,
yeah, but
and I don't.
you can edit that stuff out though. I do that too. I just cut that out.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to use an editor worth a damn either. But
It took me a while. The only way to learn it is to just mess with it. But the best thing I learned was cutting out some of the, me cussing at myself because I had a blank, and I'm like, come on, Mike, come on, what are you thinking about? And I'll just cut it right out now. Well, you were
Yeah,
gonna.
I have a new computer now, so I'm hoping, some of this stuff will be easier. My old POS is, I don't know, like 8 years old. Didn't have
What
enough memory to.
What did you get?
It's a Dell Inspiron
Oh yeah, yeah,
7737 screen.
yeah. I used to have
See,
one.
that's like,
Yeah, they're good. They're pretty good computers, man. It should be up to date and modern and easier to use.
yeah, it's pretty cool. It's Windows 8.1, which is interesting. It's a
Yeah,
new thing. It's definitely a learning curve, but I'm getting used to it, and it's got a touch screen on it, which is kind
yeah.
of strange for
Oh,
me.
it'll be fun for. It's always fun to
But
learn this stuff, and I learned a long time ago, man. The only way to get into it is to get into it. Sort of like this thing,
yeah,
this video thing. I mean, it's a little intimidating. I mean, I'm like, I thought I was talking to myself for the first, hour. I was just rambling on, making jokes.
I know there's a little spot. Let's see. I guess it would be over here for you, next to the screen. Like right now, I can't even see it. I just see your logo up there. But on the YouTube page, it looked like a regular video, but there was a little scrolling, like a chat thing or
Oh,
comments. And I kept typing stuff in, and I think the lady who came in first and said, "Hey, there's a couple people here." She could probably see it because I got a LOL or two after, from me commenting, but I could tell you couldn't see it.
no, and I still don't know where to turn that on at. It's. I guess she said I had to turn chat on. Hmm.
Yeah, and see, because I had to go into Google Plus, which I never really mess with at all, for me to
Yeah.
make this happen. I was just in YouTube looking around for buttons to push, and then
Yeah, but now you see though, but by doing it, you learned something today, so that's cool. You know,
right. I'm still not exactly sure what I did, but
that's how I am, man.
I
I
think,
avoid Google Plus. It scares me.
yeah, I don't understand it at all, other than it makes things difficult and comment sections get all jacked up.
Yeah.
Actually, the
But this is
works pretty good for me. That's how I found this chat because I follow Mike. I saw him post an announcement on it, and I just clicked on a button, and it popped me straight in here.
What showed though when I put the announcement out? How did you get it?
LMS Tactical blank screen is starting a Google Hangout, and I pushed on the Hangout, and it took me directly here.
That's
And
cool.
and I was just getting half the conversation when we had the gal in here,
Yeah.
and she was talking about all of downloading apps for permissions. And so, because this is a smartphone, I put in my earbuds, which has a microphone attached to it.
Yeah.
The little,
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing on here right now. And I'm trying to find the best position because I've got a window behind me, as you see, and that keeps wiping me out. That's a window. I'm sitting here holding this in my hand, resting it on my knee.
Yeah. No, I think that works pretty good, man.
Yeah, I've got Verizon Wi-Fi, and I got the router about 4 feet away from me, so I've got a good strong signal, and I don't see any lag in it.
Yeah, I wonder how fast it's going to burn up your battery though when you're doing this. I wonder if it's going to be an increase.
Not really. I don't think it's going to be anything more than me watching YouTube videos.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, is that Molly or Charlie over there?
Oh, this is Charlie.
Molly, you said got inverted to her eyeballs?
Yeah. She's man, I can't even remember how much did I talk about that on YouTube?
Just briefly, you mentioned it to me, and you showed the day she got a rubber donut off, and the first day she gave her. I saw that one.
She was born with inverted eyelids, and so her eyelashes, her tear ducts did not work. She'll never make tears. So imagine having 11 years of dry eyes with your lashes scratching your eyeballs. And so when I went out to see my dad, I had never seen. I didn't know she was. I hadn't seen my dad in 12 years. He's only 11 years old.
Yeah, that was a trip where you came back with a Texas A&M hat or something?
Yes, that's right. So she, but her eyes were just loaded with goop and oh, it's just terrible. So when I got that cleaned out, she was blind. She was literally walking right into walls and blah blah blah. And so, we spent some money on her and had this surgery, which they burned out the eyelashes completely forever, and they cut the eyelids and pulled them back. One eye is a little bit bigger than the other, but for the first time in her life, she could see. And I mean, not in her life. I strike that probably the first time in about 5 or 6 years. And now she's doing great, man. I took her swimming for the first time last week. She's been out twice. She's never been in the water in her whole life. She's just she's gotten younger. She's just turned into a whole new dog. Her attitude, everything is she's just happy to be here.
Yeah, my wife is using Aspen as a service dog for her, and we're taking her on the bus. She's so timid that she just crawls under the seat, and because she likes to crawl under the low coffee table, so we tell her that's her cave. So now the command is go to your cave, and she crawls under the seat that my wife's riding on the bus.
Oh wow! What kind of dog is she?
She's half black lab and half golden retriever.
Oh, nice.
Color, and she's got the retriever hair. Matter of fact, she's sitting right here at the end of my bed. I don't know. I'm turning the phone so I can't see it, but there she is, just laying there. That army blanket I was telling you about, my wife made it extra long. Two baby blanket fleeces, and sewed them together and put a border on it. When I stretch out, arm up under my head and my foot straight back, like when I'm prone shooting position, and in the truck, in the slipper, I put on a blanket long enough, and I complain about the blankets leaking because they leak cold air. All of a sudden, I wake up, my foot's cold, or I couldn't cover up. So she took two of these 5-foot panels, sewed them together, and put a border on it. And this soft velour, that's the one you saw in the picture. This Army vet says, "Bring our Marine home."
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's the blanket I'm sitting on right now. Because it's extra long, I haven't got my foot fully set up. I'm just got a mattress on the floor right now. I unfolded the longest section of the blanket, and that's become Aspen's new favorite spot.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's cool.
Let me go ahead and just stand up here and see if I can turn the camera around. You can see my twin bed here, the Army logo, and there's Aspen looking at you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Good dog. Is she the only dog you got?
Yeah, after we had to have Dusty put down.
Oh, yeah.
So she was with Dusty for 3 years, basically from puppy up to about 3 years old.
That must have been hard on her.
Yeah, it kept Dusty young because every once in a while Dusty would feel like playing, and so, but she would play awful hard. It's kind of like an old man getting a trophy wife,
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes Aspen would just get a burst of puppy energy. She would run around our yard, just running laps, and Dusty would sit there like he's watching a NASCAR race.
Wow.
You sit there and you watch a NASCAR race, you just swivel around.
Yeah,
you're going,
your head
yeah,
around, yeah.
girl. Yeah. So, what'd you find Molly? Was she back in Texas?
Yeah, she was my dad's dog, and he lives in Texas. And my dad and I like I said, I haven't seen him in years, and he got really sick, so I had to go out there. I mean, he ended up with cellulitis and ultimately a heart attack, and he was dying. So I went out there and stayed for 2 weeks, and Molly was just a mess. I mean, it's so depressing you can't even imagine. My dad feels terrible now. I mean, he's an old guy. He's almost 80. And, Molly basically would eat and then lay on the same spot the entire day. And the only fun she had was chewing on her legs until they bled. It was like better to feel pain than nothing. And she still has that habit. I'm trying to break her of it now. But she had no expression on her face and was blind. She was just depressed and was dying. And she came here, and I've got the 2 dogs, and she was, she wagged her tail. I laid on the floor and pet her in Texas, and my dad said, "Man, that's the first time she's wagged her tail in 5 years." I'm like, "Oh man, that's depressing." I said, "Dad, you're not. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'd be happy to take her." And I thank God he said yes. And I paid a company that hires vets only, vets as in military vets, and they drove Molly nonstop from Texas to Virginia without ever, just stopping for break. And they just took turns driving. And within 2 weeks, she was like a different dog. She smiles all the time. She barks. She dances in circles when it's chow time. I have a huge backyard fenced in. I've taken her swimming for the first time. Now you hear Charlie's barking now. He wants out or he wants a snack or something. But she's just turned into a whole other dog. Hey,
being a golden retriever, it's probably about a 50-50 chance play. That's a Goldie's life, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely right. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm going to see what he wants and get a little cup of coffee. Excuse me. Charlie, what do you want?
Okay. Man, I got like 5 windows open here.
Yeah,
I guess
well,
that's the main one.
I've got a black window that's got LMS Tactical. I've got another one that's just a picture icon. I guess that's you. And I'm showing my copy in the lower right-hand corner, so I can kind of adjust where I'm holding this damn thing. I'm holding the smartphone is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm sitting in front of a laptop or standing. But see, I started out on a YouTube page. This looked like a regular YouTube video, but it was live, and then I had to go into Google Plus in a different tab, and then in another tab looking for a way to make it happen. And then I accidentally clicked out, and I thought I'd lost everything, but the main feed seems to be in an entirely different window on the desktop here.
Yeah.
So I clicked over to the YouTube again, and there's me, except it's about a 15-second delay. So.
Okay, well, like I said, I've got Verizon fiber optics, the FiOS system, and I'm about 5-6 feet away from the router, and I've got a direct visual shot on it. So I've got best connection I'm going to get on a wireless.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So
hey, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got a suggestion. If you're going to use any of these videos, your camera is aimed at your gun safe. How about either putting a piece of tape on your camera when you don't use it? If somebody has a high def enough version, they might be able to turn your camera on with a hack and see you work on your lock.
You see this piece of tape? This is always on that camera.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
okay.
That's good advice, but I always cover my cameras on my computers. Always. That is good advice, though.
Yeah.
Just grab this out of the drawer myself when I realized, this one has a camera in there. My old one didn't. So
I'll tell you what, man. When I first got this, I never had a Mac until this one, and so when I got this one, I came in one day and I was doing something, and the camera light, because it has a green light on when it's on.
Yeah.
I had never touched anything with anything to do with the camera, and I'm not saying somebody was using it, but that's what got me the idea to use a tape. And then later on, I heard people suggesting that. And I thought, I'm not so crazy.
There was a case out in California.
Not at all.
Some Miss Teen California, somebody with a title, some little nerd hacked into her camera and turned it on, got pictures of her dressing and undressing, and then tried to blackmail her to get him to send because she hacked the camera, and that was the advice of the Talking Head Media, is just tape over your camera.
Wow.
And the camera...
This is all three of...
I mean, there is a light, but...
Yeah, but I've heard that
if they can hack into...
They can turn it on without the light on too. I mean, that's totally beyond my comprehension. But I have to believe that if somebody could turn on your camera, they could turn the light off too.
Yeah, well, most people leave hooked up to the net, so it'll ding when you get a mail and you run by and look at it. I think that's the situation that she had, so it was on or open, and he just got into the system because most people leave it hooked up online. You know, like to get your alerts, and you periodically, if you've got nothing else to do, you reach over and see how many messages you got, and if any, or yeah, so hello to you're I've got to answer it right away, or I can talk to them later.
Right. Hey, so now, Boral Monkey, what part of the country do you live in? Like, I mean, are you on the East Coast or the West Coast?
No, I'm on the west side of Phoenix in Avondale.
What's the name of it?
So now I originally. Go ahead. Sorry, that darn delay.
No. So did you say it was in Glendale?
Avondale. Glendale's just north of me.
Yeah, I like it out there. A little hot, but
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. Right now it's hotter now. It's supposed to be 111, 112 or something today.
wow.
But I'm originally from San Diego, Orange County. Southern California.
Yeah, I have one of my sons and my daughter live in San Diego.
Yeah, here's an interesting thing. Back in the late 40s, early 50s, when the Navy was trying to the military was trying to figure out the speed of sound, they found out it was affected by the weather, temperature, humidity, air density. Had the most even low temperature range and temperature density, so that's where they did all their experiments. It led up to Chuck Yeager breaking out at Edwards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Muroc and those Edwards was flying another one of the experimental aircraft and crashed it, so they changed the name, Captain Edwards Memorial Base to Muroc.
Oh yeah.
It says to Muroc Dry Lake, which is where they land all the stuff on.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, but I believe you said that the best state was California. Is that what you said?
San Diego had
Okay, I'm not hearing him. Are you hearing him?
And I mean barely. But there's another feed that's lagging a little bit that's coming through my YouTube, the actual first YouTube page that I opened.
Oh.
So I turned that off. No, but he kind of cut out there.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, Walt, but it just kind of cut out right as you were talking.
Okay, maybe I was.
You're good.
A little, but anyway, San Diego had the most temperature swings and density swings. So the Navy and all the eggheads studied what the speed Mach was related to all the environmental temperatures, and then they took that and they went out to Muroc Dry Lake Bed area, which later became known as Edwards.
Okay.
When one of Yeager's test buddies corkscrewed into the lake by the name of Edwards.
Yeah, man. Those were the glory days for flight, man. Those guys are something else.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, so is this your first time on this setup too? As far as doing the Google, what do they call it, Hangouts?
One that you're in a Hangout chat, and I scrolled down a little bit more and said you started a Hangout chat with the name that you gave it. Clicked on that and it took me straight here.
Wow. Okay. I'm wondering. It may not be something that we want to do a lot of, but it might be fun to get one with a full house and get to know each other, and that might be kind of cool. Or maybe I'm just old-fashioned and I want a group hug. Maybe a lot of guys don't want people to know who they are. I get that too. But
this is
okay, you cut out again, man.
Yeah, I got that.
I'm just getting like static.
Sometimes I slow my speech a little bit because I'm missing some upper teeth.
No. It's electronic. It's because you can hear it. It's like your voice disappears and you hear like a little squeak.
Okay.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah. real tinny and barely there. Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
That's cool, and I just turned you up from my end. There's a little control panel, and there's one for Boro Monkey and one for Walt Lears, and I can turn it up or down. I don't know if that's on my end or for the group.
Well, on mine, I've just got the up and down phone volume, the smartphone, and I've got you down just about all the way.
Is he going up and down?
Yeah.
Okay, Walt, count to 10 slowly, and I'm going to move him up and down, and then Boro Monkey, tell me if you hear it raising and lowering.
Test
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay, what was it going up and down on your end?
It was kind of. I got some background noise. Sounded like a kid yelling. Does anybody have a kid yelling in the background?
That would be me. Sorry.
No.
But, no, I heard he cut out at about 4, and then got louder through 10, and on the count back down.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was sweeping it back and forth, so I guess that controls it for everybody.
Yeah, I'm thinking because the chat.
But we cut out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Excellent. That's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it is.
How
So
many?
I'm standing in the kitchen. I had to put clothes on. I had to put a shirt on just so I could turn my camera on because I'm standing here in my shorts doing dishes. And
How many kids do you have?
I got 2 boys. They're 6 and 7.
Wow, that keep you busy, man.
Hang on a second.
Uh-huh.
What'd you say?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna have to get going pretty quick. We gotta get to the store. I got a list going here, and
Roger that. Well, I'm gonna break off too because I gotta walk the dogs, and maybe I'll make a video. I have no idea what to talk about, but maybe is the politics thing getting old? What do you guys think?
No, because you're speaking truth to all of us. There's a lot of us that don't like the whole Democratic crowd and some of the rhinos. At least that's my political view.
Yeah. Well, I know you and I think alike about that stuff.
I tell you, as far as my opinion goes, I understand how if there's not a whole lot going on, what can you say other than it still sucks? But it's red meat, and if nothing else, I when I see you got a video up, I'm like, all right, cool, let's see, let's hear what he has to say, because and I'll keep watching. And plus, a lot of times, I don't want to get on and say a lot of the stuff that I think, because I don't want to end up on yet another list. Although I'm sure I'm going to be.
Yeah, and I've told you before. I've told you guys on the video. I'm in a unique position because I'm not working now, and for the first time in my life, I can say what I want. Now, if they start rounding up people, I may end up on the back of a truck some night at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I won't go easily. The fact that guys like us have to worry about being on a list, that is unbelievable. Think about it. The good people of America have to worry about being on a list. What the hell's that all?
Yeah, but see, the definition is we're not the good people according to them.
That's right. That's sick, man.
Yeah, and don't worry. Anybody who subscribes to your video list, once you make the assholes to watch list, they're going to go look and see who subscribes to you, and we're going to be known as an associate.
Well, that's good because I want friends with me when I get to the FEMA camp.
Yeah.
That is terrible, man. Here's Molly right here. I don't know if you can see Molly here. Hang on a second.
I see a nose in the, Oh, she is really blonde. Is she a yellow lab?
Well, my dad kept her shaved, so we're letting it grow in. I think shaving a gold retriever is a felony, so we're going to see what she looks like, but she's gorgeous.
Okay, I hear my wife yelling in the background, so I got to pull the buds up for a second.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, listen, Walt. We're gonna break contact.
Okay.
I gotta walk the dogs, brother.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, it was
Nice to see
Nice
you.
to actually talk to you and everything. For
Yeah,
real.
let's stay connected, man. I really appreciate you guys popping in here. That's a big help.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad we could help out. We all learned something.
Yeah, definitely. You guys stay safe, and we'll talk again very soon.
Hey, Mike.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the name of the hangout you're going to use, or are you just going to pick a new name each day or each time?
I mean, I've never done that before. I mean, what do you think would be best? Should I just name it something different each time, or just LMS Live, or?
Yeah, just go with LMS Live. It'd be something easy to remember.
Okay.
And I don't know if after I sign off of this, if they have a list, you visited the following hangouts, per se.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to look around, too. I've never looked at someone else's hangout. I'm kind of curious to see what's going on out there. I've never been on it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Now that I know about it, I'm going to try jumping into a few. The wife wants to know what's the name of this hangout. She's going to try and get on it with her phone.
Oh, this one is LMS Tactical Live.
Okay, let me
but there's a space. It's a space after LMS. Well, next time what I'll do is, because in case I turn up on a government list, I want to look good, so I'll have like full fatigues and a helmet. And I'm just kidding. Can you imagine that? Smoking a pipe.
Body armor, maybe.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about resistance. Resistance is the way.
Well, you see me smoking a pipe here. This is the Anderson military. There's pictures of Patton smoking the same style pipe.
That looks like the pipe I used to smoke when I was in the Army. I still have that sucker somewhere.
It's actually called Patterson is the name of the company that makes it, and it actually is called the military. And I've got 3 different sizes. This is a medium size. I've got a little short snorter, and I got one for an all-night size one. It's about twice the size of this guy.
Wow. Pipe smoking is fun, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I still do it because.
All right, guys, be safe.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Yeah, smoking a pipe is my way of slowing down and thinking about a problem. If I've got a problem, I sit down, I get out one of my bigger bowl pipes, kind of a half-hour or 20-minute pipe, and I just sit there and, okay, I just got a tone that said, "Burrow Monkey left the call."
Oh, that's cool. I did not get that tone.
Yeah, and I also got it when the gal left it, who was talking about all the downloads and permissions.
Oh yeah, see, I guess when I'm broadcasting, I don't get that.
It's called LMS Tactical Live, and he's going to post another one. He's going to try and schedule one here in a little while. We'll join in the next one.
Yeah,
we've only got one earbud, so we're going to have to go down and get another.
Well, I can still talk to him over the mic.
Yeah, but I think it'd just be easier the two of us each use our phones rather than try and pass earbuds back and forth.
What is it? What?
Lincoln Mike Sam Tactical, LMS Tactical.
Okay. LMS Tactical. I hope I can spell tactical. T-R-A.
T.
T-A. No R.
How's he spelling tactical?
No R. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and set her up on. I'll have her follow you on her Google Plus. So when you post it, she'll just have a quick link to push like I did.
Yeah, once you do that, I'll invite her. I think I can do that.
Yeah, she'll have to join she'll have to add you to her circle of friends, and then as a circle of friends, when you post something, she should see it on her line.
That's right. Yep.
So you might try posting that on a YouTube video and see if we can drag a few more out of the bushes.
Yeah, I definitely will. I'll try to come up with a video today or tomorrow, and I'll actually that'll be the video. The main subject will be to announce that next week we're going to do this.
Yeah. Well, why don't you play around and jump in and out of a few different videos from a few hangouts from other networks, so you kind of learn where all the gear shifts are.
That's right. Yeah. That's what I want to do. When I get back from walking the dog, I'll play around with Google and jump in and out of live chats.
Okay, well I'm here at the house all day. I've got whatever I'm done for the day, so I'll be checking my feed periodically. And if you try and run another practice, I'll jump in with you.
Awesome. All right. Well, it's good talking with you, brother.
Okay. Oh, one quick cop story.
Oh, okay.
A buddy of mine is the armorer for LASD Temple City Station.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's
They, yeah, Station 50. They were changing captains, and the old captain is walking with the new captain down the hall, showing him around. Ray walks by, tossing a sting ball grenade up and down and catching it. And he goes, "Oh, who's that? That's Webb. That's your armorer. Is he over here?" "Yeah, if you notice the pin's in."
Oh my God.
Good old-fashioned cop humor.
Yeah, that is funny, man. A good way to bring in the new brass.
Like, yes, I run a nice tight ship. Well, the best one was I was Butte County SO. We're about the we're about the size of Orange, a little bit bigger than Orange County. We go from 230-foot elevation at the Sacramento River to over 8,000
Oh, wow.
up to Susanville.
Mm-hmm.
We had the post committee coming in for the county's recertification.
Yeah.
Talking about their modern jail. We've got a 49 bed county jail. We've got the sentenced people over here who get work release, and we've got the unsentenced over here inside. Well, they're walking through the sally port, and in comes one of our mounted deputies with two guys on horseback. He used up his one set of cuffs, and the other guy was baling wire together, and he asked somebody for a wire cutters.
Oh man, you cannot make that stuff up, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to.
I look at that as being field expedient. That's perfect.
Are you going to let a felony suspect get by without being restrained somehow? And they rode in on horses, so we had to quite literally baling wire the cuff to the saddle horn.
You know, one time I was working with a female, and we were passing a car on, dark 30 on a very rainy night, and it was just that old vibe. I said, "Hey man, these guys are dirty," and I hung a U-turn, and of course they took off right when they saw me doing a U-turn. So the chase is on, and they finally come to a screeching halt, and they both jump out. I get one of them, and she takes off after the other. So we're separated. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I do a search on him, and I handcuffed him to a streetlight pole. And I asked him, "Does your partner have a gun?" And he didn't say. I said, "Man, if something happens, you're going to be charged with it." And sure enough, he said he does have a gun. So I hooked him up to the streetlight pole, put out the broadcast, and then when the other units got there and the supervisor, there's this guy standing in the pouring rain, and there were a couple people that had a problem with it. And finally, my captain said, "Hey, man, he was looking out for his partner," which is true. I said, "This guy, my partner's out there chasing a guy with a gun. I don't give a shit if this guy gets pneumonia. What do I care?"
Hey, the jail nurse has got plenty of antibiotics. Next.
Yeah, that's right. All right, brother, I'm gonna go walk these beasts.
Okay. How'd Molly get along now that she's got that little Mexican jumping bean next to her, Buddy?
Well, it's weird. Buddy is the one that he's part Chihuahua, and I've never had a Chihuahua, but I understand this is their thing. Him and Charlie are males, and he just doesn't like Charlie. He wants to be the only dog in the house, and Charlie was here first. So he's pretty mean to people, but Molly is a girl, and I think that causes him. He's not mean to her, but he just pretends she's not here. Now Charlie and Molly actually are getting along, maybe because of the same species. I don't know, because Charlie usually gets very jealous. If I touch another dog, he'll turn his back on me and won't look at me. But I can kiss Molly, and he's right next to me. He don't care. So he really likes her.
Okay, here's a slightly racist suggestion. Buddy is a Mexican lover boy. Yeah, he's trying to make out with the blonde.
Listen. I call him. He's my wife's dog. He glues himself to her. And
yeah.
I call him a fruit bat. I call him Radar because of his ears. I call him a a rat because, you know, I put him in the river and let him swim, and he looks like a rat escaping a sinking ship.
A friend of mine has the best description of small dogs. He calls them roid rats. They're rats on steroids.
Royd. Yeah, another name I can call Buddy. Royd.
Anyway, if we don't break this off, Charlie's probably going to be pouting.
Yeah, he's out there barking. That's every now and again I hear him going, Arf. He's mad. All right, my friend.
Well, Dusty, we had to hide the leashes in the drawer. If you left it on a table, sometime he would go grab it, stand by the door, and look over your shoulder with the leash in his mouth. Well,
Yeah,
let's go.
How could you turn that down?
Later.
All right, man. Be safe.